everyone, it's Kaya and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how I set up my new bullet journal as I enter a new chapter of my life since I am now a university graduate. I've been bullet journaling for over a year now, and I've gone through a lot of changes to find out what works for me, my style, and what helps me maximize my productivity and efficiency. What I love about using a bullet journal is that if something doesn't work for you, you can always take it out or change it up. So for example, if you have a really heavy week with lots of schoolwork, then you can make the spaces bigger. And to give you another example, I'll be starting the MCAT prep, so I'll be implementing a spread that allows me to schedule my study plan and also keep track of the progress. And it's okay not to be perfect. You see all kinds of beautiful bullet journal spreads out there that might make you feel like you're not artistic enough to use a bullet journal. But the point of having a bullet journal is for your own productivity, efficiency, and your intentional lifestyle, not to show anyone else, so you don't have to worry about that. What I'm going to show you in this video is first how I set up my bullet journal in a more minimalist way, because I realized that not everyone has the time to go all out with beautiful decorations. So if you just want to keep it simple, then you can watch that part of the video, and if you want to go a step further and make it more aesthetically pleasing, then you can watch the second part of the video where I add some decorations. And the third part of the video is where I give you some time-saving tips. So stay tuned for that. And the last part, I'll be giving you a brief flip through of my bullet journal of how I actually used it this month. So if you're interested in seeing how I set up my bullet journal, then keep on watching. So before I start, I always like to brainstorm and plan out what spreads I'm going to have and what they would look like. The supplies I'll be using in this video are micron, Muji pen, mechanical pencil, and an eraser. First off, I have an annual calendar, and I like to have it at the very front of my page so that you have an overview of what your next year is going to look like. Next up is future log, and basically you write down some important events and dates for each month. Then I have a goals page, and I have divided this page into 4 sections: life, spirituality, health, and work. And I have divided that page in half, so on the left hand side is my goals and on the right hand side is actionable steps. And here's my monthly planner for September. Oh, by the way, I'm giving you the measurements so that it saves you some time when you're first setting up. I said in the beginning that the third part is going to be time-saving tips, but I thought it would make more sense to just have them throughout the video. Next up is a gratitude log. I found that it's really nice to look back and reflect on what I have been grateful for. And I have a prayer page where I write down my prayers and whether they've been answered. And this page is my morning routine page. And my morning routine consists of making my bed, doing morning pages, chores, making breakfast, eating breakfast, and quiet time, or QT. Pages like this are really good for keeping track of activities that you want to make into habits. And then I have a monthly cash book. This is a new spread that I'm trying, and if I want to change it, then I can design the spread a little differently for the next month's spread. And then I have a project planning page. This page pushes me to make that project happen by breaking down into small steps and setting deadlines for each one of them so that I can actually do them and not just let the ideas sit in my brain. Next up is my weekly planner. And you can see that I made some mistakes. I drew the line wrong and I counted the squares wrong because sometimes I just can't do math. And to fix that mistake, I just used a white pen. It's not perfect, but like I said in the beginning, you don't have to be perfect. And it's barely noticeable. So now we're going to try to spice it up by doing some decorations. So my go-to way of decorating is just drawing leaves. For the September monthly cover, I'm just drawing leaves again because I love plants. And the drawing was inspired by a watercolor illustration that I saw on Pinterest, and I'll also link that down below. If you run out of ideas, you can just go on Pinterest and get inspired. So it's early October that I'm making this video, so I thought I might as well include October spreads as well. Basically, October spread is pretty similar to September spread, but I just wanted to show you how I did the artistic spice up for the month of October. Oh, and another tip, someone asked me how they should practice writing cursive, and I don't really handwrite a lot, I print. But whenever I want to use cool fonts, I just go on the website called canva.com. It's a website for creating posters and banners and icons and stuff like that, but they provide lots of pretty fonts. So what I do is I just type things in and try different fonts, and if I like something, then I try to copy that, and it usually turns out pretty great, and it's a nice way to practice that way. And once you do it often enough, your hand would just get used to it and you won't even have to look at it. And so lastly, here's a brief flip through of how my bullet journal looks so far. I still try to keep it minimalistic and I like the clean look of it. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment and I'll try to answer as best as I can. I'll be posting more bullet journal videos in the future, so please subscribe and I'll talk to you in my next video.